Hi, and welcome to an Organized Chaos podcast. I'm Bobby Quarters. Chaos is here with me as well. We just wanted to thank you for watching.
Yes. Hey, Bobby.
And hey, and while you're here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You could follow me on YouTube as well as Chaos and the podcast channel, which all three of those channels will be streaming this very show you're about to watch. All these counselors start dropping dead, left and right. Heinous killings. Turns out, that kid who drowned the year before, his mother came back to that camp. And exacted revenge.
We are the city of progress, and our future is bright.
We were once one tribe. Now, we are houses divided.
As time passes, the topsiders are leaving us further and further behind. There's never enough to go round.
Hi.
Testing. Can everybody hear me? Possible technical issues. Let me bring on Bobby. Let's see how well this works. Hey, Bobby.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Because
Okay.
I can hear you. Okay, good. It's fixed.
I liked how the video stalled out midway through, and I was actually having issues.
It cut out for me, but kept playing, and then all the
Yeah.
audio started playing at once, and it was like, that is not the frame we are on.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll close out with the video. I did add together something. I kind of won't mind playing it, but I'm gonna go ahead and blame Donald Trump for this because you know what, he was just elected. Joe Biden gets blamed for everything that happened once he was elected, even though Trump was still president. So I will go ahead and blame Trump for this. Fucker, messing around with our live stream. So the election went well, don't you think?
Nationally or our state?
Just across the fucking board.
Oh man.
I mean, last time I checked, the Republicans hadn't officially won the House yet, but it was right there.
I'd say that there should be some sort of thing in place to prevent one party or the other of having complete control like this. But
well,
I guess that
don't worry,
really matter anymore.
They're going to just dismantle that. They have Project 2025. They're enacting stuff. They'll just go ahead and gut everything and replace with loyalists because that's the plan. And Listen, man, I don't want to be old doomer here, but it is distressing. Hey, Low Warmark, thank you for the super chat. But yeah, no, it's a distressing time to be, I guess here, to be in the United States. The thing I keep on hearing said is, essentially, I'm disappointed, but I'm not shocked, and
yeah, I'm not surprised.
that sums it up as well.
Disappointed.
Yeah. I think Jimmy Kimmel here had actually a really good point as well. I'll go ahead and play it real fast.
And it was a terrible night for everyone who voted against him. And guess what? It was a bad night for everyone who voted for him, too. You just don't realize it yet.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's a bad night for the country.
Hey, Chaos.
Yes.
I just want to say I'm very happy that I'm aware of what a tariff is.
Yay. Good. I'm glad you are aware, because apparently Donald Trump isn't, even though he's been president for 4 years and should have a good idea. I'm also pretty sure he doesn't realize Puerto Rico is part of the United States, at least not the way that he talks. Yeah, listen, there's some very scary stuff down the pipeline. We will see. My hope is always that Trump was completely full of shit, and that he will just be super democratic during this. But we know that's not the case.
Well, how many of his campaign promises did he live up to last time?
Well, he built the wall.
Did Mexico pay for it?
Shut up. I don't recall the statistics. It's like he built some wall, but like nothing. And that's the thing, like logistically, just building a wall is just there's a reason why nobody's done that. Like it's logistically, like you can build this giant fucking wall and there'll still be a million people you can get through because just the way the land is. But yay. And and not to mention the fact building the wall will like literally solve none of our problems as a country. Just it's a scary time, but
yeah,
I don't know. I've been able to voice this before, Bobby. Is there anything you would like to voice before we move on?
Like I said, I'm disappointed in my countrymen and I'm disappointed in my statesmen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little disappointed in the party, but that's nothing new. It's the same disappointment I've felt with the party for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
And however, though, my frustration is growing for the party as it has been for the past 12 years.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I will say, I personally think Kamala Harris ran a better campaign than Joe Biden did in 2020.
Limited time she did, yes.
Yeah, I thought
there's some things that I personally feel that she did that tanked the campaign.
Yeah, I mean, she did some of the typical stuff that hurt too, like saying she's going to put a Republican in the administration. It's like, I'm not automatically against that, but you need to get specific. I don't want MAGA in your administration. MAGA just needs to cut out like a tumor. I'm sorry.
I think that would have been like one of the Republicans who are also very tired of MAGA in DC. Mm-hmm. Like a Cheney.
In that case, I'm kind of okay with that.
I honestly saw it as Liz Cheney because Liz Cheney had already come out in support of her. And that's the type who is also tired of it. But Liz Cheney kind of has a little bit more extreme ideals, but she's more willing to work with a Democrat than your average MAGA Republican.
Mm-hmm.
Which, speaking of, like that fucking...
She is a Cheney.
Yes, I am aware. It pains me to say that, too.
Yeah.
Because I believe I've even said on this show before that, Dick Cheney scares the shit out of me. I'm not scared by a lot of things, but Dick Cheney scares me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, when you shoot somebody in the face and that person goes on national TV and apologizes to you.
Careful, man.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck?
Careful, and he'll outlive both of us. He's more machine now.
True. He is more machine now than man.
Like, that man scares the fuck out of me. But the one thing I think he and I can agree with is our feelings on Donald Trump. I distinctly remember during W. Senior's funeral, Cheney and Bush were there. Laura was there too with George.
Mm-hmm.
the Obamas, the Bushes, the Obamas, the Bushes, Cheney, and the Clintons were all there, and they all kind of looked like they were just genuinely happy and that everyone's there and enjoying each other's company. And then Trump walks in, and you see the expression on everyone change.
Mm-hmm.
And except for Cheney kind of gets like, he was trying to figure out a way to ask him if he wanted to go hunting, I think.
I'm actually down for that if that were to happen. But,
yeah, well, you're right. They didn't really do a good job at that either.
No, it was a 3-month campaign too.
Yeah, and that did a lot of
for the limited time. It was actually quite impressive, but
we didn't. They didn't have an over eccentric man-child with an endless bankroll.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about Trump or Elon Musk? Because I get it sums up both of them. So,
that man is a threat to our country and our democracy.
Yeah, don't worry. He'll have a role in the administration. He'll be fine. I'm all right trying to figure out where I'm going to move to because, like, I really can't morally justify being on Twitter at this point. So it's like, other than to like peek in and look at what the chuds are saying, I really think I'm going to probably stop posting there and then figure out if I want to set up for Blue Sky or Threads at this point because those are the only 2 viable options from there. Yeah,
it's not even worth trolling on Twitter anymore.
No, it's just Chudge Central. Like I said, it might be like the only value of Twitter right now would be the same value as if I made a Truth Social account. The idea is not to engage. The idea is just to see what the chuds are saying. But you know what? Yeah, true. That's just facts. There's no argument.
Yeah. I'd at least promise that I would never speak with a filter.
True. But you know what? We have shows to talk about, and
some good.
Yeah,
some really fucking bad. And some that are really amazing.
Okay, well, we can dive in because I was okay with everything this week. I was gonna go ahead and start us with Arcane.
Okay, good. We'll get the bad out of the way.
Okay.
Fuck this series. This was the most boringest fucking shit I have ever watched in my fucking life.
Really?
I fucking hated every second of this. This was so painfully boring. Oh my god.
You see, I will say my criticism of it is I thought mainly the first 2 episodes it's kind of throwing too much at me where I'm like, wait, okay. And then I feel like the 3rd episode does a good job of kind of bringing stuff together and definitely cuts down the cast a lot an episode because like holy shit because like it is like that. I almost feel like the first 3 episodes are almost kind of the setup for the series at that point.
Oh my god,
an argument can't be made. It's going too long. Yeah.
Oh my god, I just couldn't care. The first 2 did bore me. The 3rd, I just couldn't give a shit. I was just, this is so stupid.
You see, I thought they were building up an interesting story with essentially you have like the government, which isn't inherently evil, but like they're definitely just ignoring people. And then you have this uprising from down below that is definitely evil, and then also an uprising that is more just fighting for like truth. And I thought that was an interesting dichotomy. Trichotomy. 3 forces.
No, that's fair. Like I always say, man, it's art and it's all subjective. But I just well, I mean, I do feel what you're saying though. Like I'm not like I've heard amazing things about this show, and I will say it hasn't hit me yet. Exactly, it like I can like okay, I'll go ahead and praise something about this show immediately. I love the animation style. Oh my god,
it looks beautiful.
No, oh my god, no,
really.
No, I think it is beautiful. Just I think it's I don't know what it's just something about it is just so offsetting to me. I just don't care for it. Really? It's like it's trying too hard to be in the Tim Burton verse, and I just it looks a little too disjointed at times, especially with the action sequences. Like like they digitized doing like fast-paced cardboard paper like South Park, but like
hmm
a little more fluid than that. To me, that's just what it looked like. Like just, I just know. Sorry, I couldn't get past the animation style. It got too distracting. I was like, oh, this is so bad. This is so bad.
Yeah, I thought it was something unique. I appreciate
Hey,
that.
no, that's it. It's fine. I just like
Well,
I
you
said,
know,
we won't always agree.
well here's something I bet you we can agree on, because when I heard this, I was like, oh, why? Theme song by Imagine Dragons.
Oh,
Why? I was just like, okay. And I want to stress,
there's
like,
a reason
for the
why
type of,
I really wanted. That explains why I wanted to skip the first one real bad, but was pissed that I couldn't.
well, I guess I don't know if I've really gone into Imagine Dragons on stream. I know I've talked about them. So Imagine Dragons really seems set up to be a band that I really like. Like, you know, they're a rock band. You know, they do some of the classic stuff I really enjoy. And when they first came out, I did kind of like them. I was kind of down for Radioactive. But what ended up happening was I got a couple of their songs and I listened to them like a couple of times, and then I was burned out. Like, I can only listen to them a couple times and then I'm burned out. It's like,
God,
I've
really?
listened to Genesis, I've listened to
Hey,
Cure,
hey.
I've listened to Pink Floyd thousands of times, and I still love it. Imagine Dragons like 3 times, I'm burned out.
It took once, and
Mhm.
I'm good. I'm good.
But I mean now, now
I
it's gone. It's gone to a point now where like I can't, like, whenever they come on, it's like, oh fuck, I don't care because I feel like there's like a shallowness to their music, and I can't even quite describe it. But like, yeah, I'm
it
not
it's
a
got
fan.
it has the U2 effect for me. Now, you know what the strangest thing happens whenever I'm in the car and U2 comes on? My
Mhm.
hand will leave the steering wheel and change the station. Don't care what it changes it to.
And you see, I'm okay with you two, even though I think Bono's a pretentious dude in a lot of ways. But yeah,
Pretentious twat, I'll say it.
yes.
Again,
I mean,
I'll speak with no filter.
I mean, I do think South Park kind of nailed it, where they're essentially were like,
Oh,
you know,
there-
I don't really disagree with a lot of what he says, but God, he is just such a giant turd.
there's a good buddy of mine. He's actually a self-published author, but his name is Justin Bauer. But
Mhm.
I grew up with him, and yeah, he and I both feel the exact same way. And we were both in high school when that episode came out, and we were like, dude, they're like reading our minds. Like, we have said all this crap about him.
True.
Oh my god, yeah.
And wow is correct. Make sure to like and subscribe, guys.
Yes, thank you.
It's good times. We're on 3 channels. Make sure to hit all 3 of them.
Yes.
Bobby Quarters, Organized Chaos Podcast, and of course Organized Chaos.
Yeah, we did our bit of our take of a cold open, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it sounds like, while I'm not thrilled with this series, I'm a bit more open with it at this point, and it sounds like you are just not into it at all.
Not into it at all.
Okay.
Not at all. And I did try to like look into the lore to see if there's more I could like read about or research about to try and maybe have a deeper appreciation of it. Yeah, it's Leagues of Legends. No,
Yeah.
that game sucked. And that made me go, that's it. That is why I didn't recognize any of this.
It's weird. Like, League of Legends is almost like Imagine Dragons for me, where it's like I play a few times, I'm like, that was fun, and then I was done.
It's cool. I've played it. I'm all right.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as lore, I have no idea. So
yeah, so I tried. But like I will suffer through the rest of it.
Okay, all right. But yeah,
I mean,
there's only 2 seasons, so
there was some cool stuff that they were doing with it.
Yeah,
but it's to me, and I tried even like though I wasn't enjoying anything, like I'm trying to find something decent to talk about. Some of the action sequences were pretty cool, like what they did with it and how they showed it. That was all right, but it's just generic action stuff. It's like watching a Mission Impossible movie. You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and I do think what they're setting up, although like I was surprised it took them this long to set this up, because it seemed like the core of the series is the obvious conflict between Vi and Powder as the 2 sisters. And I do think, like, I did think it was interesting how essentially Powder just really wanted to help out, but obviously she was told to sit out, and then she went to help anyway, and she got most of them killed except for Vi. But then at the same token, I'm also looking at kind of like, if she didn't go there, there's a good chance Vi would have just died as well. So it's a mixed bag at best. But yeah, I think it's setting up something interesting, at least for me. But I do think the first couple episodes are especially the first two, are such a slow burn, and it's like, they're throwing all these characters at me, and I'm like, just having trouble keeping track at that point. And then episode 3, so many of them are dead. It's like, oh, so I didn't need to keep track of all those other ones. Okay, cool, I guess. But yeah, I think I feel like there's more potential in this. But yeah, anything you want to add, Bobby, or shall we go to Superman and Lois?
Let's get to Superman and Lois.
Okay. Well, we're covering the middle 3 episodes of season 3, so episodes 6 through 9. And I will say, I think there's some interesting stuff in here, especially with Bruno Mannheim, because I feel like this set of episodes was really hitting that storyline hard.
Oh yeah.
Or essentially, yeah, Lois is getting her cancer treatments, and one of the friends she's meeting, the friend she makes really well. I'm trying, like, her name's P, I want to say. And she's been living with cancer for a while. She was in remission, and then, she was in remission, and then it came back. And yeah, she became really good friends with her. And it turns out that essentially she is Bruno Mannheim's wife. And a lot of the shit he does is to just, get the resources to take care of her. Although I think it's worth noting, like, he was into the crime shit before her, so
yeah,
he's not
I'm mostly
he's
surprised
not a saint at all.
That he had the balls to, like, act so calmly as Superman just, like, dropped off a dying guy in his office. Like, then I'm just going, like, dude, he knows where you are. Like, you're gonna threaten this man? No.
I guess I think Bruno Mannheim does have powers, although I don't think he's anywhere near Superman level.
No, it's just like slight strength.
Yeah. Although he does have Superman cronies, essentially, that he's made of Superman's blood. Essentially, it seems like trying to find a cure for cancer. Like, I think it's interesting how essentially they've designed Bruno Mannheim to be a character that, like, I sympathize him with to a degree, but then I also still hate him.
Yeah.
I think most obvious is where we see him and Steel going at it. Because Bruno Mannheim killed this universe's version of Steel, and the version of Steel we have as a regular is an alternate universe version. So Bruno's not a fan of that, of John Michael Irons at all. And famously, in this series, we get the version of Steel. It's almost as good as Shaquille O'Neal's, like, it's like right there.
Almost.
I don't know if I can resist mention. I've never even seen that movie, but it looks so bad. And Shaquille.
Which movie?
Shaquille O'Neal's Steel.
You've never seen that?
No, I've never seen that.
Oh, nope. Next, Great Trash. That's it. We're watching that.
Or I got Plan 9, and I'm not gonna lie, like, they're still on the podcast agenda. I got a couple of winter Captain America movies for us to go over.
Yeah. Okay, so why don't we just add that? Like, you've never.
Right.
Oh my God, you've never seen that movie?
I don't know if you're aware of this, but I am not a fan of the acting styles of Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, why not, dude? He was like, he should have won an Oscar for Kazam. Okay, so moving on.
Just, I can't.
Oh, come on. You wish you could say that with a straight face.
I don't know.
I mean, it's better
Oh
than
my
that
God.
Funny or Die sketch that everyone seems to claim that's the movie with Sinbad, which
Yes,
all it
where
was
Sinbad played a genie. That was a complete movie that absolutely existed called
Oh,
Shazam.
don't you fucking start with don't you fucking start.
No,
I will drive to
is.
your house and smack you.
Well, no, I mean we can talk about Mandela effect for a moment because I do think it's interesting. Because you want to know the one thing I always thought existed?
Hmm.
A scene in Batman 1989 where he's looking at the money Joker's throwing out, and he looks and he sees it's like a Joker $1 bill. And that never happened in the movie, but I have a clear memory of seeing Knox unroll one of those dollars and see a Joker $1 bill, and it's not a thing that happened. Because Mandela effect is weird.
There's a video game I played when I was a kid, like wee little kid, and this was like before I even had a Nintendo. It was the Sega Master System 2. And it had games built on board to the console itself. It's like 20 or so games or whatever. One of them was a spy game. I cannot remember what the name of it was for the life of me. But anytime I look for it, there is no mention of any sort of spy game or anything on there. Like, I've even seen clips of a screenshot that I remember from that game. Like, it was right near the end where you're about to face, like, the main boss. Because it was a short little game because it was, an onboard console game where you're a spy and it's the thing of a hotel. You're with a lady. The two characters come together in this one window, and then you see the lights go out. And then you do the next mission. I've seen that still in like gaming chat boards before. Nobody knows the name of this game though.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe it exists, maybe it doesn't.
Maybe. I also thought this trailer for a animated series, but it was really just for toys. But like I never knew it was a series. Dino Riders. Do you remember that?
It seems vaguely familiar.
These guys would put like robot machinery on dinosaurs with like rocket launchers and shit, and they would fight other Dino Riders.
It seems
really familiar. Yeah, I remember it from like a trailer of a movie I watched when I was a tape I watched when I was a kid. Probably Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Probably that. But like, yeah, I only recently found out it was a full series and everything.
Nice.
It's like I remember the toy ad. I remember the one episode that was pretty much advertising the toys.
But yeah, I guess getting back to Superman and Lois.
We were just talking about Mandelas and stuff for our child.
Yeah. We are all about the offshoots on this podcast. So
it happens.
But
what happens with both of our wildly unmanaged ADHD.
Yes, it's awesome. But so I mean, overall with this season, the mid part, I would say I think I definitely preferred the first part to this part, but I still think there's good stuff to this part.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yes,
is John's replacement a little distracting at times?
Sometimes, yeah. Like I think he's overall good, but yeah, it does throw me off sometimes.
Like, how about the time when Jordan, and the two other girl like team leads, they're all sitting at the table together, and how he looks like so much taller and bigger than all of them?
I noticed that, yeah, and it's like
that sounds like
to be that way, yeah.
Like, this is a little distracting. Like, I mean, I know they recast him because that kid wanted to take a break from acting, which is perfectly cool, but just it's a little distracting at times.
Yeah, I just kind of attribute it to kind of needing to get used to it. But it is a little distracting.
It is.
I love, like, it was in the first episode where they do the scene where it's like the whole family's here, myself, Lois, and Jordan. And then John, and make sure to do a one shot of John, right there. It's like, oh yeah, that's a different kid.
It's like, what did he have? My first thought in the beginning was like, did he have a growth spurt? Like, what happened?
Yeah.
No?
Did his face get broader? And what?
Is puberty not being kind to him? Oh no, he's recast.
Oh.
And then looking, going, He kind of looks the same.
Yeah, it's like, and that might be what kind of distracts too, because like there are times where it's like he's kind of looks the same, but it's not quite right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it probably just takes getting used to, and hopefully we'll get used to it by the end of season 4 because that's the end of the series. But yeah, I think so far the middle half this season it's good. I'm still enjoying it. I like. It's kind of shocking how much I'm kind of enjoying the cancer storyline, even though it's cliche, it's overdone. But I kind of like just doing it from a superhero perspective. And yeah, there's a line I have to talk about because it kind of really threw me off. So like in this series, I don't think we really talked about this, but like Lana Lang is divorcing her husband Kyle, and he has a new girlfriend who is Chrissy, who works at the newspaper of Lois, and apparently she's like 10 years younger than them, even though she looks the same age to me. And I'm like, the daughter was talking about, oh, she's so much younger. I'm like,
Yeah, when the daughter said that, I was like, wait, has that even been addressed yet?
What? Like she
Yeah.
looks like about the same age. What? Maybe a couple years younger? What? What the hell? But yeah, I thought that was kind of a wild statement. I was like, I mean, does she know something we don't? Like, is she like way younger than? I don't want to say way younger than she looks because she looks fine, but like they all look about the same age on this series, more or less. So yeah, that kind of took me back. But yeah, like I said, overall, I'm enjoying this season, and I'm interested to see how it resolves. Anything you want to add, Bobby?
No, I'm liking where it's going. I want to
Mm-hmm.
get some resolve with the Bizarro clone.
Oh yeah, that because
Kind of see Jordan come into his own a little bit more.
I'm a little disappointed that they set this in a different universe in season 2, and then we're not going to get John Cryer or Lex Luthor. But we will see about this guy. But yeah, I like that. That was so wild in season 2, where it's like, oh yeah, we're in a different universe now. We just didn't mention it. It's like, oh
yeah, I'm a little disappointed
whatever
that we didn't get John Cryer as Lex Luthor.
Yeah, but well. Are we ready for Penguin?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay. This series sucks.
Hey, fuck you.
No, I can't even pretend.
You.
This
fuck
was fucking
you.
awesome. I was actually quite a big fan of this. Like we went at this, like I was behind, so I had to like marathon all these episodes between last night and a couple this morning. And honestly, they were actually kind of pleasant to marathon because like it went pretty fast for between episode 3 to 8. It's like everyone has a distinct story that's building up. Like episode 3 was building up like the drug they were gonna make and start trading Oz and Sophia. And then the 4th episode was talking about Sophia's backstory, and that might be my favorite of the season because I was like, holy shit. So like Sophia, and I believe in the comic book, she's just the hangman killer. She's psycho. But here it sets up that, but like she's actually innocent. It actually seems like she's like, actually like even though she's part of the Falcone family, she's trying to do good things and set up charities and shit like that. But then she essentially finds out her father is killing a lot of women, and he finds out that she knows, and he just frames her for it, throws her in Arkham Asylum, supposed to be there for 6 months. She ends up there for 10 years, and her experience there, that's what kind of makes her go insane. Yeah,
just fine.
It was fine. It was wonderful.
Just pleasant. Yeah.
Zero body count. Zero.
Seriously.
It was a heaven for her. She loved it.
It makes her visit there. I think it makes One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest look like a 5-star resort.
Oh, dude, it was rough.
Like shit.
No, but I mean, it's kind of amazing how it's kind of like that's like she is a villain throughout this. I mean, essentially, this series is actually pretty good at setting up everybody to be kind of a villain, with the exception of maybe Victor, although even he's doing some questionable stuff. but it sets up everybody to be a villain, and like still you're kind of engaged and watching and wondering where things are going to go. But yeah, that episode just showing Sophia's origin was dark and depressing and really fucking good. And then I think it's the episode after that where she does her little mass murder of her family.
She gasses the entire family in the compound.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
with
the
the
little
exception
girl.
of the little girl, which yeah, of course. And it's like I don't blame her whatsoever.
No, actually, this whole time I was like, kind of like, okay, she's moving the kid out. There's a reason for this. She's gonna do
Yeah.
something. Then I saw the dead bodies. And I was like, oh, she's done something.
Yeah.
And then just we see more of a reveal going, oh shit, girl gassed the entire house.
Yeah.
Except for one room. And then we see that guy guy, her uncle, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the only made man.
I
there.
keep wanting
or
to
the
call
only
him
made man who
Doug.
survives. Yeah.
I want to keep calling him Doug from House of Cards.
Yes.
So Doug Stamper
series-
was Doug Stamper was left alive this whole time, only to get fucking clipped in the head.
You know, House
Yep.
of Cards was actually a series I was enjoying, and like I was midway through season 3 when the shit about Kevin Spacey came out, and I have not picked it up since.
I have never watched another episode since.
It's like, oh fuck, I can't.
Because I was genuinely enjoying it too, going, yeah, I don't know.
Mhm.
And I tried to go back and start it. No.
Mm-hmm. But
yeah, he gets
talk
clipped
about
in
in
the
our series
head.
with nobody being a good guy, but
Yeah, but anyways, Doug gets clipped in the head
yes,
during a business meeting.
She makes his death like she has him survive that gassing just to kill him at
In
the business
front of
meeting just
the-
to establish herself. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, Doug, you're the only made man here. Bang.
And it was like, yeah, we have unfinished business. Boom.
Mhm.
Boom. Drop the money in there and go, who wants it? Go ahead, take it.
Mhm. And just when it starts feeling like it's Sophia's story, like you start figuring out that Oz is still there, and he is taking advantage of her just massacring the Falcone family, and going ahead and massacring the Maronis while he's at it, and just eliminating all the powerhouses in Gotham City, and I guess spoiler alert, we've already spoiled a bit. This whole thing wraps up with essentially Penguin being the ultimate crime boss behind everything, and Sophia being the one framed for all the murders.
Yeah, I mean, we even get a bit more of a Penguin backstory. We find out that
Mhm.
he killed his two brothers.
Yeah, that was dark as fuck. Holy shit.
And his mother knew the whole time.
You know, I mean, I will say between the two, I actually sympathize with Sophia more than Penguin, which I'm sure was part of the point. I mean, I will say actually, upon watching this, I realized what the point of this series is, and it does a great job. The whole point is to essentially set up more of the classic Penguin that we're used to transition Penguin from kind of just the dude who worked for some mafia guys in the first Batman movie to an actual like threat in the second Batman movie. And I'm assuming he will be the main foe or one of the main foes in the second one.
I think he'll be a main figure. Probably not anyone to go in after. I did like how they ended it with the bat signal lighting up the sky.
Yeah.
Because that was just like, oh, you done fucked up, Oswald. Pattinson man's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah. And yeah, we gotta wait till 2026 for that movie, but
yeah, unfortunately,
it does make me want to rewatch that Batman movie. And
it does. I did. Did you notice at the end where it showed Sophia in a prison or Arkham?
Oh yeah.
It's like a letter. It's like it's from someone by the name Selena Kyle. It says that you're half sisters. And that was just like, oh shit! What are we gonna do with this?
And I will throw out a minor quibble, and that's I do kind of wish they got John Turturro back to play Carmine Falcone. As much as I love Mark Strong as an actor, I do think John Turturro did a surprisingly good job in that role, and I would have loved to have seen him do it again.
You heard why he didn't return, right?
No, I didn't. I don't know this backstory on it.
Because the character would be violent towards women, that's something that he doesn't personally believe in, so that's why he didn't return, because he didn't want to do that.
I get that. Yeah, I mean it's his choice. I would still like to see him return, but yeah.
I would have liked to see it too, but I respect I respect the choice.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I respect it. At the same time, I'm like, you're not seen as a good guy for it, though.
I mean, at the same time, it was kind of more of like, your job is pretend, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you're not a Carmine Falcone's not a nice guy.
Yeah, the guy you were playing, right?
Yeah. But yeah. And I mean, and they also got some good actors. Like I loved getting Clancy Brown as Salvatore Moroni. He has a decent sized role in this series as well. But yeah,
and he
overall,
doesn't really like chew the scenery that much either.
He has his moments, but no, he underplays it, which I think works really well for the character, honestly.
And it's kind of nice to see him do a very subtle performance too, because it makes you go. It kind of made me appreciate him more of an an actor.
Like there's that bit where
kind of like how he subtly performed in
Highlander,
Shawshank.
Oh, okay.
No. If you're gonna say besmirch anything about the role, he was damn near stolen an Oscar from Pet Sematary 2.
But
no, he played that one with the appropriate amount of camp.
No, I mean, but I was just gonna say, there's that scene where he's making dinner and he makes some for Sophia, and you see that bit where he just starts, like, he breaks down. He doesn't say anything, but he's kind of just breaking down, and then he's like, "Okay, let's plan."
Yeah,
that was just a really well done performance right there. Like you knew exactly what was going through his head. He's like, "Fuck, everybody's dead, but we gotta move on." Excellent show. I cannot recommend this enough. I think it does a great job of just being its own series. I think it does a great job of setting up Penguin for Batman 2. Yeah.
I'm kind of perfectly all right if this doesn't get a sequel, or a season.
Oh yeah,
2.
I actually think it. Number one, I know Colin Farrell complained a lot about the costume and having to do it this much. So he might a huge paycheck before doing another series. But honestly, I think this works great as like just a one and done. You don't need to watch this to appreciate Batman 2 because you don't need to know the story of Penguin and how he got so much more powerful between the two movies. You can just say he did.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's great showing the story. And if you're interested, it's right there for everybody to check out. I liked it. And one thing I also say is, Victor got fucked over this series.
Yeah, he really did.
There was that girl that wanted to run away with him, and he didn't to help out Oz, and God, that was a fucking mistake.
Yeah,
because spoiler alert, Oz just executes Victor because he knows too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dark series, and there's no real good guys, but it's well done. It's engaging.
I can't say I was surprised.
Yeah. And I will say, even though Sophia's not a good guy when she's killing off Falcones, I'm not upset at all. I'm kind of down for it. But yeah, this is excellent. I appreciate it a great deal. Is there anything else you want to add, Bobby?
No.
My thing is, hey, we can top out and spoil it all to we're blue in the face. It's not the same as checking it out and watching it. Oh, yeah. And I'm not shocked, but like I dug a lot of the soundtrack entries in this, obviously.
So did I.
Yeah.
I dug a lot.
Dude, I almost add Robert Smith in between the Bruno Mannheim and the Sophia. Just snuck a Robert Smith in there because The Cure is in this and this Superman and Lois this week. I'm like, Jesus Christ, The Cure is everywhere.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I
was it like when How Soon Now started? I looked up, was like, okay, the Smiths, like, all right, yeah.
Well, I mean, they also got freaking Sisters of Mercy in there.
Yeah.
I know there was more, but I was like, Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, Saint Vincent was in there. Fuck, there's lots.
Yeah,
of
well, the Smiths tune, like you hear that one a lot, but this was a really good needle drop.
Mm-hmm. And I guess to rewind us a little bit, while Love Song is one of their more played songs, I did appreciate Superman and Lois playing the alternate mix of it for the end, which kind of surprised me. I was like, oh shit, nice, okay.
Yeah, it actually took me a minute to go like, wait a minute, is
Yeah.
this a cover? And then listening, like, no, that sounds like Smith.
No, it's alternate mix. But yeah, excellent shows. Excellent. I really loved Penguin, Superman, and Lois. I'm digging. Then Arcane. I definitely like more than Bobby, but I'm not sold on it yet. I'm not. Let me go ahead and bring up next week.
We got to watch more of that, don't we?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's on the agenda for next week because season 2 is coming out as we speak. Anyways, well, listen, Bobby, if you want to duck out, then I'll talk about it. I won't blame you, but
no, I'll suffer.
I'm still down for continuing. Yeah,
I'll watch it for the people.
For the people. Bring up next week because one thing is I remember for next week is we're going over the first Gladiator because the second one's coming out soon. I haven't watched the first one in forever.
I don't think I have watched it like unedited. I mean, I've watched it on AMC before, but I've like never watched it.
No, my parents used to have the DVD, so I think that's why I watched. So I don't think I've ever seen a Blu-ray or anything, but yeah, we're going to be doing Gladiator. We're finishing off season 1 of Arcane, and then we're finishing off season 3 of Superman and Lois. I'm sure Bobby's really excited about the first one.
Gladiator. Well, at least it's Russell Crowe fighting.
Yeah. And I don't know what to expect with the second one, but I will say the trailers look decent. Got a good cast. I mean, we'll see what happens with it, but yeah, that's next week. Got Initiative stream on Wednesday where we will be talking about, hey, a lot of the climate's changed. What are we gonna do going forward? Because that's a question. And then I got my solo stream on Thursday, and then probably on Saturday again this week. But I can't say that conclusively. I'll say 90% chance I'll stream on Saturday. That's the plan for the week. Got comic book polls up, all the jazz. Anything for you, Bobby?
No, nothing of the moment.
Okay, well, guys, you gotta like and subscribe. And we will be watching Shaquille O'Neal's Steel in the future, so look forward to that. Look forward to that.
Oh yes, bet your ass
I will say, like, I put Captain America 1990 on the agenda, and I will tell you, there's no way that Shaquille O'Neal's Steel is worse than that one.
You have yet to see this cinematic masterpiece that is Shaquille O'Neal's Steel.
Have you seen Captain America 1990?
I don't need to know that Shaquille, the masterpiece that is Steel.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have.
Oh
fun.
Yes. Oh yes. Yes.
But yes. I guess there's nothing else to cover. So
did they really call the sequel Death Too Soon?
Yes. Yes. And those are TV movies. There's 1979. I think Death Too Soon might be 1979 as well. They rushed those out. Those are Red Brown movies, by the way.
Oh. And we're not even watching any Christmas episodes this year. Nothing Christmassy.
Well, we could probably clear out if for something Christmas.
I say we take this out. I can tell you it's gonna be bad.
I know it's gonna be bad.
Craven is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I know that movie's
that's gonna be in the algorithm though. That's gonna be
all right. Oh no. We're not. We are you move your cursor.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and cut out what if. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's gonna bomb season
Yeah.
3. It'll be some woke nonsense garbage.
Sure. You know, we can figure it out though.
Yeah.
I don't see us moving Craven. I will warn you. Yes.
It'll be that
Definitely
commie
crazy
liberal
stuff.
nonsense.
Yeah, I know. But you know, we'll figure it out. So
you can take it
guys,
from me. I'm a libtard extraordinaire. I mean, yeah.
makes sense. I mean, I'm a reprehensible creature, so you know, it is
Yeah.
what it is. But guys, you know what? Party
Right
on.
here,
Yeah, party on. Be excellent, each other. Like and subscribe. Get Bobby quarters. Give
Yeah,
him some
give this guy too.
subscriptions and some
Or
likes. You know, I will take some subscriptions and likes. We got the main Organized Chaos podcast channel that
Troll
I'm terrible
that account.
about upkeep, but I stream to it every week. It's there. You can watch all the episodes. If they're not on my channel, they're on Bobby's or they're on the podcast channel. It's all there. But yeah, guys, party on.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna. Wow, beat me to it.
No. Live long and prosper, dude. Party on and be excellent to each other.
Yes.